Yo, what up? What up, Malachi? I don't know why it makes me look like I'm driving on the opposite side. I don't know why it does that. What up? What up? Figure I'd jump on here. What up, Daniel? I was just, I got a little ride. It's not as long as usual. I figured I'd jump on here. I don't know why it makes me look like I'm on the other side. It just started doing this. It just started doing this on YouTube. Ohio State will lose to Penn State. It's going to be an interesting game because Penn State's not a high-scoring team. You know what I'm saying? But they've got the pieces to move the ball against Ohio State. The question is, can Penn State's defense slow them down? You know what I'm saying? And I think they can. So let me switch that. The real question is, can Penn State's offense do enough to win the game? That's the real question. Same as last year. Can Penn State's offense be consistent enough to move the ball on Ohio State? If they can, they might be able to win it. That's a big if. You know, James Franklin will find a way to lose it for him. Yeah, I don't trust Penn State either. You know, but this is their best chance probably in some years to beat them. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. What else? What else? If y'all can pass protect, that should be a big if. But it's gonna be interesting to see. You know, people talking about Michigan's tackling, and you know, I like to go off of things that we know to be true, that we've seen. And you remember when we were struggling in bowl games and the guys wouldn't be hidden, the guys wouldn't hit hard. Harbaugh's had to take it a little more easy on the guys before the bowl game. He had to take it a little lighter. And you know, when Wink came back to college, one of the first things he said is, these guys can hit. I'm glad they get to hit. We can hit in practice more. You know, the NFL has slowed that down a lot, so they can't really hit in practice. They barely even practice. It's a lot of walkthrough kind of. And Wink might be pushing those guys too hard to hit in practice. They might be too physical in practice. And so by the time the game gets, they're not as sharp as they could or should be. I'm thinking that might be what's going on. He might need to take it easier on those guys through the week, so when Saturday comes, they can be as physical as you want them to be. They're not already gassed and not as much wear and tear. I think that's what's going on, because when he first got there, he was so happy that they could hit in practice. He could coach in practice and have the guys hit each other more often. He might be taking it too far. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing I can really think of. But yeah, left tackle, y'all got problems. When y'all starter is out, Zen got hurt, you know, so y'all gonna have to shuffle some guys around to try to make the best that y'all can out of the situation. You know, Penn State has a good pass rush. So yeah, y'all got some problems, but y'all got talent. Y'all got talent in other areas, you know. This is where coaching comes in, you know. Left tackle, if he needs help, you got to give him help somehow, you know. It's one thing to not have a guy. It's one thing to know that your offensive line needs help. What do you do when they need help? You don't just leave them out to dry. You give them help. You give that left tackle help consistently. Let's see. Why do you think Michigan was having so much trouble stopping Shardy on 3rd and long? Aggressiveness, being too aggressive. Wink is aggressive to a fault. You don't need to overcompensate with this defense, with this front seven, especially not when Ernest Hausman and Barham are starting to ball out. You don't need to be so aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So whether that was blitzing on 3rd and longs or whether that was timely screens, you don't have to be so aggressive. And some of that's on the players on some of those downs, not recognizing that a screen is being ran. But other times it's Wink, his aggressive play calling. You got to calm down, bro. You don't have to do it. Just calm down. And with Oregon, Indiana, and Ohio State coming up, you got to calm down, bro. Like, you don't have to do all that blitzing. Let those let that front four do what they do so your linebackers can do what they know how to do. You know what I'm saying? You're doing too much. Oh, yeah, those draws also. They did do those draws on those 3rd downs. I'm going to have to come back on here, y'all. Here goes